Welcome to 2K Sports for another a lot of history, Richard, between these two teams. Tonight will be another installment in this terrific rivalry.
And let me say, playing in the same conference, having to go through each other year after year, yeah.
So the Clippers win the tip. Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at the point.
A reliable jump shooter. Paul George's accuracy only goes up. He catches in rhythm.
Russell with the ball. Outside McDaniels. Russell a screen on Leonard. 6 to shoot. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team.
Here's Russell. It's McDaniels on the wing. It's Edwards on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And Edwards slams it in.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. It's George on the wing. Back to Wall. From deep. George, no good. To the left wing. Back to Edwards. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Russell. Towns with the ball. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
George passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Here's George. Out to Leonard. Takes a 3. Rebound Minnesota. Outside Edwards. Outside Russell. Pass to Gobert. Russell against Wall. Russell to pass to Edwards. Towns for 3. And Edwards slams it in.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Edwards against George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. And George with the jam.
What a silky move by Paul George. He really had the ball on the string.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Graham.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
The Towns can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Leonard. Zubac with it. Defended by Gobert. Leonard passes to Wall. Back to Leonard. George outside. That one is off. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. A minute and a half left to play in the first. Edwards finds Gobert. Outside Edwards. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on Paul George. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
For me, it's all about playing downhill. They've been making it look easy to find penetration in this one, attacking the lanes and forcing the issue with the D.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Now here's Russell. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Russell a screen on Morris. Here's Towns, and another basket for Minnesota.
And that's what you call the modern big. Towns pairs his inside game with a smooth outside shot.
George against Edwards. George passes to Wall. The kick out to Morris. The three is up. Man, the basket's good with the assist from Wall. Morris has got 6.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. George finds Leonard. Kicks it to George. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He has 7.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
It's all tied in Los Angeles. And back to the start of the second quarter in just... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers guys.
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
On the court for the Timberwolves. Second quarter underway. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. The 3, George. Oh, and another 3 for the Clippers. Well, you've got stars and you've got closers. Smitty, are those always the same thing?
It's not, B.A. There's some guys that are not stars and they can close. And there's some guys that are stars that can't close. But when you get the superstar, he can do both.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Morris for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Russell to pass to Gobert. And he drives in. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
The size of Rudy Gobert makes him tough to stop on the drive. Defense just gets out of the way.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game. Russell against Wall. Pass to Leonard. George with it. Stolen by Russell. Edwards against Leonard. Edwards can't hit.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Morris passes to Leonard. George outside. Back to Leonard. Left side Wall. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Edwards a screen on Zubac. The shot by Towns, no good. The Clippers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. And stolen by Gobert. Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Leonard. Wall against McDaniels. Wall, the pass to George. Back to Wall. Morris on the wing. Leonard finds Morris. 5 on the clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Looking to end the drought. Leonard can't get it to go. The Timberwolves have gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And here's George. He's got 10. That one doesn't drop.
It could be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Tries the spin move. Russell, the pass to Towns. For 3. And the three-pointer goes. And now it's a 7-point Minnesota lead. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Pass to Morris. Back to George. Outside Wall. Leonard for 3. And the basket's good with the assist from Wall.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Sometimes it's a matter of pride, answering back with a 3 of his own.
Russell, that's good.
Yeah, inside the paint, Russell stays so nimble, helping him get such a high percentage look.
Outside Wall. Out to Leonard. George outside. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Wall against Russell. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. 17-foot shot on the way. They get the rebound. Outside McDaniels. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Another shot. That shot off. Good work defensively by Leonard. Right side Wall. Back to George. It's good if it goes. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to...
The Clippers, 21. The Timberwolves, 25.
We've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Nicholas Batum out there with Robert Covington. And it's Mann into the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Noel, no good.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Batum gets the bucket.
Such a creative scorer. Batum can do it inside, from 3, really anywhere on the floor.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. To the paint. And the jam by Covington.
Yeah, showcasing his length right there. Now, I love watching Covington leap up and finish off alley-oops.
Pass to Anderson. From deep three-point range. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Here's Noel. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
Unable to knock them all down, but still, he puts them up by 1.
Jackson outside. Pass to Covington. Out to Powell. Here's Mann. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Got it.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Well, a late second-round pick in 2019 out of Florida State, Terrence Mann has proven to be a steal, and he's going to be in this league for a long, long time.
Offensive board. Here's Noel. Outside, Anderson. Tries again. Oh, Covington with a block.
Robert Covington doing big man things tonight.
First two.
And that one falls for Jackson. And for Mann, proving he belongs, earned him a 2-year, $22 million contract extension.
And B.A., I love his game. An efficient scorer and good decision maker who doesn't try to do too much. He just makes it easy for coach to trust him with bigger minutes.
Oh, got a piece of it.
Terrence Mann. First personal foul.
And Anderson, no good on that one.
We all know Kyle Anderson can do it all. Once he gets a little bit more consistent with his shot, watch out.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. 4 on the clock. And there's the drive. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
And he gets that one.
Look at the intensity on that drive. Norman Powell charging in like no one can stop him.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jackson. Pass to Prince.
2 minutes.
No good that time. Batum with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Out to Covington. Here's Powell. Jackson outside. Outside Covington. Wing shot on the way. Doesn't go that time. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Pass to McLaughlin. And the basket is good. McLaughlin's got his first bucket in this one.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Mann. Reed with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Powell with a steal. Out to Covington. Pass to Jackson. Back to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Opposing defenders know what Robert Covington is capable of, giving him no room.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Rivers is checked in. No good on the second free throw.
Very surprised he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Jackson, pass to Covington. Kicks it out to Jackson. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time, costly.
We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Rivers. For the lead. Here's Noel. Oh, offline.
Active on defense when Powell puts forth.
It's all tied in Los Angeles. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. So for Minnesota right now, Torian Prince is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's Reed in at the 5. Jackson pass to Batum. And he jams it home with authority.
All right, Batum still has some hops left in those legs.
And Minnesota calls time here. And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Edwards, a pass to McDaniels. Edwards, a screen on Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Russell against Wall. The shot by Russell, no good.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Morris passes to George. Here's Zubats. Off target at the rim. The Timberwolves trail. Towns for 3. The shot that time not on target. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Morris finds George. Outside Russell. Leonard against Edwards. Back to Russell. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Russell. Clock at 6. Spins. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Paul George.
And what has made D'Lo a max player? He puts constant pressure on the defense.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. George's shot is off. The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. McDaniels passes to Edwards. McDaniels, a screen on George. Drops in the 3. And it's all knotted up.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
The kick out to Morris. Outside Wall. Pass to Leonard. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Towns. To take the lead. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Minnesota basketball.
Russell finds Towns. Here's McDaniels. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. McDaniels got his first points of the game.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Here's George. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Edwards against George. 6 on the shot. Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy. Focused on finishing firm at the rim. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Russell from the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. It's George on the wing. Guarded by Edwards. Zubac passes to Morris. Out to the right wing. Ball against Russell. Ball on the attack. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. We'll try to make it a three-point play. And the free throw, no good.
And after a series of major injuries, Wall still remains one of the more athletic players in this league.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Oh my! Turning it over at such a critical point in the game. You know he feels awful.
56 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Ball against Russell. George left side. Back to Wall. Pass to Zubac. Money!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. Oh, Morris with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And the big finish by Wall.
It really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
George against Edwards. Towns passes to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Offensive rebound. Here's Towns. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
First personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5.
An offensive juggernaut and aggressive defender. Kawhi is just the total package, in my opinion. Brings a winning mindset as well. There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. And it's Morant in at the point guard. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. After the Clippers picking up a basket just a moment ago. Morant finds Payne. Shoots from the elbow. And Morant with the basket on the assist from Jackson.
With a dynamic burst, Morant has such a strong driving ability, which really helps open up his mid-range game.
Wall, the pass to George. Oh, stolen by Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. The three. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Well, still a few years out, but the Clippers have to be excited about moving into their own arena in 2024. So much innovation has gone into the design of the building. It just looks incredible.
Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to George. Shot on the wing. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
You love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
Morant with it, guarded now by Morris. Wall against Jackson. Here's Payne. Up top, Brooks. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Payne into the lane. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Amen. And the Clippers felt they needed to build their own arena to establish some identity.
Yeah, no doubt about it that they could be their own franchise away from the shared building with the Lakers. And for so long in LA, they've been treated as sort of the second-rate team, and that just shouldn't happen. So having their own arena, it's moving them well into the right direction.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And the foul called on John Wall. That's his first foul. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Morant. Second shot opportunity. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, love the aggressive play here from Adams. He gets the shot he wants, and now another opportunity to challenge himself at the free throw line.
And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Wall, the pass to Morris. It's George on the wing. Pass to Zubats. 5 to shoot. Fades and shoots. That one a little long.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it. And the standout skill of Paul George is the fact that on both ends of the court, he's going to affect the outcome of the game.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
George passes to Zubats. Morris for 3. Nails it from 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Memphis trailing here. And George is the kind of versatile player that every team is looking for, Brett.
Yeah, B.A., with all of that experience, he's able to switch on so many different guys, and he understands what it is they're trying to do. And then on the offensive end, he just scores in a myriad of ways. He's hitting threes, he's driving, he's dunking, he's making plays. PG, the complete package.
Now here's Leonard. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. George outside, just 5 to shoot. Back to Leonard. The fadeaway. Grizzlies with the rebound. We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. On the wing, Brooks. 4-3. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Ball finds Leonard. Now Zubats. George for 3. And he can't get that one. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Outside Payne. Lets the 3 fly. shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Leonard once again imposing his will.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And it's Morant missing.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
A guy who keeps to himself quite a bit, Kawhi Leonard, more tries to lead by example and holds himself to the highest standards on the floor.
Morant against Wall. Pass to Adams. Zubac with the steal. Now here's Leonard. Outside Wall. Back to Morris. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen from the Clippers?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Down low. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Adams. The shot off that time. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. Leonard with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Zubac passes to Leonard. Back to Zubac. Morris outside. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. For Memphis, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Morant, the pass to Bain. Fires from the wing. Brooks from outside. Drills it from deep. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Leonard outside. Plenty of space. Here's Zubac. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
The Clippers have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. George drives in. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Bain with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. And here's Morant outside. It's rebounded by Morris. The Clippers in the lead. Out to Leonard. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's his first foul of the game. Well, teams are always hunting mismatches. Grant, I'll put it to you here. You prefer a speed advantage or a size advantage over your defender?
Well, BA, it's all about the mismatches. And going back to when I was young and actually had some speed, it was great to be able to have both, depending upon who you went against. If a smaller player guarded you, use your size to shoot right over them. And if a bigger defender was on you, then yes, use your speed to turn the corner and get to the rim. So it depended upon who was guarding you.
Back to George. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. Brooks against Leonard. The 3. George. Yes. And it's Leonard with the assist that time. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
Think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career that had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
Leonard finds George. Zubac with it. The kick out to Wall. George, left side, fires for three. Oh, and another three for the Clippers. Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover, Brett.
Yeah, BA, you have to prioritize your health as a player. Wyatt has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100%, a priority for him and the team.
George against Bain. Morris down low. Pass to Leonard. Fader on the way. Shot clock at 5. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. Morant with it. Checked by Wall. From deep, Bain. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Leonard on the wing. Bain against George. To the left side wing. It's George on the wing. And good. Coming on, the assist by Wall. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, that three-pointer's got to fire up George and the entire team.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Wall against Morant. The kick out to Wall. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Los Angeles.
21.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Paul George has been sensational.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for Memphis, Bain and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the 1 spot. Morris finds Wall. Now George from deep. The rebound by Jackson.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Stolen by Wall. Leonard with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Pass to George. Morris, a screen on Bain. George for 3. Ja Morant grabs the miss. Memphis has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Jackson on the wing. And here's Bain. George defending. Back to Bain. Adams with the ball. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Jackson can't get it to go. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Zubac inside. Adams is there. Now here's Wall. Pounded by Morant.
Stout defense comes from not only contesting the shot, but also grabbing the board.
On the wing, Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Morris.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Here's Batum. Pass to Powell. It's tipped. Here's Jackson. Here's Adams. Outside for Morant. Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
A line change here for Memphis. Jones, and he banks in the layup.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Powell outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Batum. Right side, Covington.
Walking foul called on Dylan Booth. First personal foul. Second team.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Wow, you watched the defender, and it looked like he knew that was coming. He made a quick play on it to intercept the ball in the passing lane.
Aldama, no good. The Clippers have gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half. And the jam by Covington.
And he'll eat up ground in a hurry. Covington running the lane and getting out on the break.
Here's Jones. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And he's able to get it back. Outside, Green. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. The 3. That shot is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. Batum finds Covington. Now here's Jackson. Not a lot of room.
Grizzlies foul. John Contact. First personal foul. Third team.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Covington. Grizzlies with the rebound.
I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
Here's Aldama. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Well, Brett, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example of his all-out play.
Yeah, B.A., you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
Pass to Covington. Here's Man. Jackson outside. Back to Man. Knocked away. Outside Covington. Clock at 6. Here's Man. Green covering. And that one's good. Man. And the Clippers lead by 5. Jones in the post. Defended by Jackson. Outside. Green. On the wing, Conchar. Tillman in the post. Batum's on him.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Pass to Man. Three-pointer. That shot off the mark. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Clippers ahead. They lead by 3. And when we return, we'll get... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Los Angeles has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in it to 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Kicks it to George. Shot clock at 6. Back to Leonard. George outside, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Memphis trailing here. Now Now Jones. Pass to Aldama. Here's Conchar. Right side Jones. Outside for Green. To tie it up. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in the game. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Morris outside. Leonard passes to George. The Grizzlies pull it in.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Pass to Aldama. On the wing, Green. Deflected. Leonard outside. And so they foul intentionally. A line change here for Memphis. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Leonard finds Wall. Back to Leonard. Tries the spin move. Oh, Adams with the block.
Well, the size of Steven Adams is one thing, but persistence is another.
Pass to Bain. George with a steal. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. And the jam by George.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Bain against Wall. Leonard passes to George. And here is Morris. Kicks it to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes down. And the Clippers lead by 5.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Good, and the setup by Morant.
Yeah, that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Leonard finds George. Pulls up on the wing. That doesn't go either for George. The Grizzlies have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. And Morant gets double teamed. Jackson outside. Bain against George. Kicks it out to Jackson. Over Morris. They get it back. Back to Bain. On the wing, Brooks. To tie it up. It's rebounded by Morris. Morris has got 4 rebounds now. George passes to Wall. Morris for 3. The rebound by Jackson.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Morant. Pass to Bain. Back to Morant. 50 seconds left in the game. And he buries it. And that one brings them within 1. Here's Leonard. Brooks defending. And he sinks it.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Morant against Wall. Kicks it out to Jackson. George with a steal. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Tipped and stolen by Morant.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
Now, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
Bain, no good. Bain against George. Outside Wall. So it's the Clippers taking the W in a close one. What a performance they had here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones.
making strides, Allie, no question.
Here we go.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Now here's Gobert. Russell from outside. The rebound by Jackson.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
And Clark, how about the progress of the Timberwolves?
Love what they've done, B.A. They've put the pieces in place to be a playoff regular and still the youth to grow in the long term. That's a nice combination, especially when you look at a guy like Anthony Edwards. He's special.
Back to Edwards. Five on the clock. It's not going to go for him. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Outside for Brooks. Driving to the basket. Good, and the setup by Morant.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And the foul on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul of the game. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. The 3 from Russell. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And then Morant with the dunk.
When you're trying to stop a guy like this, you have to match his intensity level.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Towns passes to Gobert. Here's Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
When D'Angelo Russell came into the league, he was really primarily seen as a point guard, and that's what I like most about him, his vision and his passing ability. But he's actually changed that image and impression over time.
Now here's Morant. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Morant against Russell. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Outside Bain. 5 to shoot. Pass to Morant. Jackson outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The evolution of D'Lo has been interesting to watch, Clark. I like how he's been willing to play whatever position asked of him.
Yeah, B.A., I like that too. And he said it before himself that he prefers playing shooting guard. But I tell you what, he also looks very comfortable running the offense too.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
He hits the second from the line.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Now here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Towns. Outside Russell. Towns a screen on Morant. Baseline drive. Out to the wing. Here's Prince. Goes back up. Oh, Adams with the block.
Oh, a fantastic defender. Adams embraces his role on this team as their defensive anchor.
The drive by Morant. Brooks outside. Lets it go from deep. Towns with a rebound. The Timberwolves trail. Here's Prince. Ja Morant grabs a miss. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. To the middle. Pass to Bain. There's the triple. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Prince. There's the 3. And from distance.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Moran. 6 points for him. Outside Bain. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. The free throw drops for Bain.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Desmond Bain.
He does not get the second one. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Now here's Bain. Outside for Moran. Back to Bain. Launches a three. And another miss by Memphis.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
The shot by Russell, no good. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Moran. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Using all of his height to smother the shot completely. Emphatic block that time by Karl Anthony Towns.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies leading by 6. And the second quarter is on it. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It felt like we'd become a league where every game turned into a three-point shooting contest. But, Clark, we've seen different styles work.
Exactly, B. I mean, take Chicago during the 21-22 year. I mean, they were fantastic offensively, yet near the bottom of the league in three-point attempts. Having teams with distinct offenses, I think, makes the game a lot more fun to watch.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, the athleticism of Edwards is something to behold. Love watching him sky up to throw it down.
Moran against Russell. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Moran. From downtown. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Edwards for three. The offensive rebound. Gobert finds Russell. That three's off the mark. Memphis leading. Bain, the pass to Moran. Outside for Brooks. Up top, Jackson. Outside Bain. Fires the three. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in the game. Russell, the pass to McDaniels. All alone. Here's Towns. And the layup falls.
Boy, good effort that time from Towns on the offensive board, ensuring that his team is able to end that possession with points.
Morant, pass to Adams. Outside for Morant. Jackson, left side. Good, and the setup by Morant. Jackson's got his first 2 points.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Russell, the pass to Edwards. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Now Morant, give him 8 points now. And then Morant with the dunk.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
The open shot by Edwards. kept alive by Minnesota. Gobert finds Russell. Pass to Edwards. Second chance shot. Outside McDaniels. Gobert passes to Edwards. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul. McLaughlin, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Over to the wing. Here's Towns. Shot clock at 5. And that one's long.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
I mean, during his first playoffs, Dylan Brooks proved he was a big game player, pouring in 31 in his playoff debut, an upset win over Utah.
Lays it up and banks it in. Towns has got his second basket.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Right side Moran. Pass to Bain. Outside for Brooks. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's foul number 2 for him. Noel, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. 36 seconds left to play in the first half. Bain against Gobert. Adams. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Some consider Adams to be the strongest player in the league. He never backs down from a physical challenge.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the strike. Noel drives in. Pass to McDaniels. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Here's Moran. Banked it in off the glass. Morant's got 12.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Here's Noel. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close. And
The previous play is under review.
time just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
Tough call to make in real time. I mean, good thing they can go and slow it down and look at it again, because this is so...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Process and giving the officials the information they need.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
21.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
We've got Jalen Noel. Kyle Anderson is out there with McDaniels. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Reed in at the 5. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Outside McDaniels. Back to Rivers. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Rivers has gotten his first points in this one.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Conchar. Clock at 4. Memphis needs to get off a shot. And it's Green missing. The Timberwolves trail. Here's McDaniels. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. From 20 feet, Noel, that's good.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
That's exactly what they want. Get him into the offensive flow right away and then keep it going.
Jones, the pass to Williams. Can't cash it in from close range.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Here's McDaniels. On the wing, Noel. Reed with it, and Clark picks him up defensively. On the wing, Green. He's off on that one. Now the Timberwolves with it. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. And stolen by Williams. Clark in the post. Working on McDaniels. Williams finds Green. Right side, Jones. Outside for Green. Pass to Williams. Outside, Green. McDaniels with the rebound.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Here's Rivers. Conchar pulls it in. The Grizzlies have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime.
You know, a smart, savvy, talented vet like Austin Rivers is a real get for any team. I mean, he knows how to make the most of his minutes. He accepts and understands his role, and he really just focuses on delivering for his team.
For Minnesota, they've got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Rivers. Here's Noel. And he hits it to tie the game. Noel's got 5 points now this quarter. Where do you think Austin Rivers developed that selflessness, Clark?
Well, I think it starts with the DNA. I mean, his dad, Doc Rivers, was a selfless, outstanding player and one of the outstanding coaches in the game today. So that's part of it. But he's also had experience playing on different teams, sitting on different benches. I think you get to realize what your strengths and weaknesses are and how you can add value to a team.
The Timberwolves have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Rivers. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Changes up. Clark. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Timberwolves shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. Pass to Noel. For the lead. Conchar pulls it in. The Grizzlies shooting at 45% of the game so far. Here's Williams. Minnesota with a rebound. Anderson's got 4 rebounds now. And stolen by Williams. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Here's Clark. Outside for Green. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Rivers. Pass to McDaniels. Fires from deep. No luck on that one. Here's Conchar. He's off from 3. Tie game in Minnesota. And we're coming back in just a moment. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for the Grizzlies, John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then there's Danny Green. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the 4 slot. That puts him in the lead.
The former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Bain. And here's Brooks.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Minnesota in the lead. Russell with the ball. Now here's Edwards, guarded by Bain. Moran against Edwards. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive and scoring the ball, they go to another level.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Here's Morant. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's on Anthony Edwards.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
Second free throw, no good. Minnesota shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. Edwards for three. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Brooks against Gobert. Here's Morant. The shot, no good. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Oh, stolen by Morant. And Gobert with a block.
And just a top-tier shot blocker in the league. Gobert's massive wingspan is a huge reason why he wipes away all those shots.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Timberwolves?
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense was created by good defense. He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. To the wing on the left. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Ja Morant picks one up.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
Memphis trailing here. And here's Morant. Pass to Bain. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Morant. Outside for Brooks. From outside the arc. And another miss by Memphis. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Pass to Edwards. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Pretty tricky and sweet pump fake move by Edwards there, pulling the defender in close to get the foul drawn.
And both free throws good for Edwards. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Russell against Morant. He takes it in. And scoring. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in a zone, he stays aggressive.
Pass to Towns. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Edwards a screen on Jackson. Back to Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Prince. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Can you say prime time player Morant? He enjoys delivering for his team in these parts of the game.
Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. Spins. Now here's Gobert. Out left to the wing. Towns for 3. Another miss by Minnesota. 1:11 left to play in the fourth. Here's Morant. It's blocked by Gobert. To the right side. Here's Brent. And here's Edwards outside. Brent's down low. Brooks defending. From deep. And Edwards good for 3. And And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
From deep three-point range, Russell finds Towns. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Kept alive. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Morant. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
Adding to his game over time. When Jackson spots his open teammates like this, the offense runs much smoother.
And so it's Minnesota with the W. This one was in the balance.
Well, for sure, Dave. Thanks. And Greg, you were talking about this. What you appreciate about this matchup, the team-first mindset on both sides.
Very unselfish, and we're going to see guys moving the ball. And Kevin, they play for one another. That's why these clubs rack up so many assists.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson at the point.
On the boards, Gobert is unstoppable, easily winning himself a second chance look.
George against Edwards. Can't hit that one. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Passes it to Gobert. Back to Edwards. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Pass to Gobert. 5 to shoot. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Russell kicks to Edwards. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless, but they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
Good on both. And the West, you know, is very difficult. But Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
It's stolen by Edwards. There's the lob to Towns. It's stolen by Morris. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Morris outside. Outside for Jackson. Outside Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Here's George. And rebounded by McDaniels. The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Russell with the 3, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outside for George. The 3. It doesn't go for him. And Minnesota now the other way. Right side Russell. No good off the back of the rim.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
Morris. Right wing. Jackson dishes to Leonard. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Trying to get something going. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Russell with a wide open look. Again, Russell missing. Clippers trail by 4.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal.
Edwards, that's good.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
Gobert with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Jackson finds Morris. George against Edwards. Outside for Jackson. 6 to shoot. Morris passes to George. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's McDaniels, and the rejection by Zubac. George against Russell. Left side, Leonard. Back to Morris. Outside, Leonard. Clock at 6. To end the cold streak. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
So many tools in the bag for Kawhi. Foul line down. He's very hard to stop.
Timberwolves leading by 4. Outside Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Reggie Jackson.
And the assets traded by the Wolves for Rudy Gobert surprised a lot of people. In essence, 5 first-round picks, 3 of them unprotected. They better hope this thing works out. A lot riding on.
Jackson kicks to George. Tries the spin move. Outside for Jackson. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Jackson. Outside Leonard. From outside the arc. That shot is off. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. Edwards, a screen on Leonard. Here's Russell with the three. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Leonard attacking. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. And finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher Edwards is, so fast and how he gets up to throw it down.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Jackson has the open look, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth. And it's not usually literal, but what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They kind of checked out mentally, and I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Russell against Jackson, out to the right wing. They double him with George. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Leonard finds George. And here is Morris. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Towns.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Russell inside, guarded by Jackson. McDaniels with the ball. Working on Zubac. Just 2 to shoot. There's Noel. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's George. Rebound, Minnesota.
This is a shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Smitty, expectations have been so high for this Clippers team in recent seasons with the addition of Kawhi and the addition of Paul George and the other great parts around him.
They've got a lot of terrific players, Kevin. On paper, they look playoff ready. So those expectations aren't so misplaced.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Mann's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's John Wall in for Reggie Jackson. Clippers trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now, here's George. He's guarded closely. The kick out to Wall. Right side George. Down low. Here's Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
And there's the pass to Noel. Over to the wing. McDaniels passes to Noel, and he lays it straight in. Noel's got his first bucket in this one.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
And George kicks to Covington. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Such a hard finish. Robert is a tough customer. He'll fight through contact when he has to.
Here's Noel, defended by George. Gobert trying to get open. Noel, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. And guys, talk about the production that Covington brings to the table.
GA, he's been with quite a few teams, but he's been a starter most of his career. His presence on the defensive end, getting to the rim and scoring it, has been a treat.
McDaniels with the ball. George picks him up, passes it to Noel. Towns for 3. And with the rebound.
And great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Tremendous intensity from Gobert. He sees an opening and leaps up for a slam.
Covington wide open. He fires. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves leading by 7. Here's Towns. And out of bounds as Los Angeles Kings possession. Edwards has come in for the Timberwolves. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's Covington on the wing. A shot by Batum, no good. Batum with the steal. It's stolen by Edwards. To the wing right side. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Goes back up. Russell with the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Good gentle touch inside. Russell really improving as a finisher.
Wall dishes to Covington. From outside, off the mark. Edwards looking it over. It's hauled in by George. On deep. Oh, he made it!
He got it to go, and he beat the buzzer.
Wow. Thanks so much, David. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
We've got Rivers. Kyle Anderson is out there with Naz Reid. And it's Torian Prince. And it's Noel in at the 2. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Rivers passes to Reed. There's the screen. It's deflected.
A sneaky present at the defensive end. Nicholas Batum was all over that shot.
George with the ball. Guarded now by Anderson. Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know what makes Nicholas Batum indispensable? When they need him in the paint, he's there. When they need him on the perimeter, he's there.
Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Robert Covington. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Mann. And it's Powell in for George. Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. He doesn't hit that one. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And with Batum, his versatility has earned him a lot of minutes over his career.
Kevin, reason why? When you got a guy who can guard a wing and get you points in the paint, that'll always get you some floor time.
Anderson a screen on Powell. Noel. And the Rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. Stolen by Zubac. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
And how about the read from John Wall? He knows the angles, sees the opportunity, and makes the right feed.
Rivers gets a wide open look. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And here's Morris for three. Doesn't go for him. And Minnesota now the other way. And Zubac picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch. McLaughlin's checked in. Prince outside. Now the pass to McLaughlin. Back to Prince. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Clippers trail by 4. Inside. It's tipped. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Noel. Guarded by Powell. Leonard against Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Prince. Wall with a block.
An explosive athlete with length. Wall is a threat when he contests shots.
Powell kicks to Morris. Powell, the pass to Wall. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Pass to Noel. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Anderson. Reed kicks to Anderson. Misses the three. Clippers trail by 3. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Takes it out to Leonard for the tie. Drops in the tray. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
What concentration from Kawhi Leonard, rising up and firing it.
The pass to Noel. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Here's McLaughlin, covered by Morris. Anderson passes to Noel. To end the drought, it's hauled in by the Clippers. Left side, Wall. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's how you set the table and everybody gets to eat.
41 seconds left in the third. Noel passes to Prince. The kick out to Anderson. Fires the three. And they'll get another chance. Prince misses. And here are the Clippers. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Leonard dishes to Morris. Off target from three-point range. Diving in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. A three from Leonard, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Minnesota. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for them.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
3 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Wall and Powell are the guard set. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward position. And it's Zubac in at the 5, home in the paint. Los Angeles calls timeout. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubac. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Mann's checked in for Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for John Wall. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He really got after him in huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Edwards. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And Batum kicks to Powell. Takes it out to Covington. And the layup falls. Covington's got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles.
Great floor awareness. Powell knows how to find his open teammates.
Outside Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And this is Edwards' game. When he's aggressive in trying to score, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
He hits the second from the line. The Clippers shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Powell, the pass to Mann. Back to Powell, all alone. Rebound, Minnesota.
Hard to create space in that mid-range area. He would have been better passing that off. Wow. Now that's having a highlight reel in your mind. But in reality, it didn't work.
Outside for Jackson. Pass to Batum. Outside Covington. The three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves have gone 0-3 to start the 4th quarter. Here's Edwards to take the lead. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Covington. The Clippers in the lead. Batum passes to Powell. To the middle. It's stolen by Edwards. Just a little under 2.5 minutes to pass now here in the 4th.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things. The refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
No good on the second free throw.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
Covington finds Powell, and the Clippers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
He hits both from the stripe.
No doubt about those free throws. This is why you put the ball in his hands.
And here's Edwards. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the steal. Here's Wall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
So crafty on the drive. When Wall is in attack mode, he really puts a ton of pressure on the D.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Edwards. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And that's 11 points for Anthony Edwards.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
1:49 left here in the 4th quarter. And the wide open shot for Morris. And the three ball is good. Morris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. McDaniels. Outside Edwards. That one doesn't go. Clippers leading by 4. Leonard kicks to Zubac. 1:15 left in the fourth. George with the ball. Now guarded by Tom. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the floater. And there's Paul George on the assist from Leonard. Now it's a 6-point Los Angeles lead. Russell with it. Outside Edwards. He kicks it to McDaniels. Now here's Gobert. He dishes it to Edwards. Nice again, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on George.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And Edwards drops the ball.
People are holding their breath a little, wondering if Edwards can take care of business here.
Leonard the pass to Wall. On the wing, Morris. Clippers moving the ball around. Left side, Leonard. Out to Morris. Fires from deep. They get it again. Zubac the pass to Leonard. George looking over the floor. No good there. So it's the Clippers taking the win. David, thank you.
We have some exciting NBA action coming up. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court, and it's Wall in at the one. George with it. He's picked up by Bain. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
He's got such insane athleticism. When it comes to the Grizzlies, a lot of this season is about erasing the memory of their playoff loss last year. It was a disappointing end to their season.
Morris passes to George. 6 on the shot clock. Morris outside. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall.
And being that Wall is a point guard, it's his responsibility to facilitate. Just a terrific dime right there.
But with Memphis's 2021-2022 season, it still has to be considered a success, right?
Yeah, I think it was a successful season, but as a whole, this young team, they won their division, but the hopes were so much higher going into the postseason than just the second round.
Here's George, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. Morris for three. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide-open man on that one.
Now here's Morant. Jackson outside. There's the drive. Pass to Adams. Let's go with a three. Paul George pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Morris with it. Leonard outside. George for three. The Grizzlies pull it in. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now Brooks. The three is up. Here's Adams. Soft touch off the glass.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
George passes to Wall. Kicks it to George. And here's Leonard. Outside Wall. George, right side. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Bain against Leonard. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line.
The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
And And Bain drops them both.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Kicks it to George. Leonard outside. Here's the three. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
With a smooth jumper and unwavering confidence, Leonard's able to consistently convert from downtown.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. Brooks outside. Outside Morant. 5 on the clock. And then Morant with the jam!
This man was under-recruited in college. Can you believe that? And Morant, he still plays like he's trying to prove something.
George outside. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. And there's the call on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
A minute and a half left in the first quarter here. Here's George. Adams grabs the miss.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Wall against Morant. It's stolen by Wall. George finds Morris. Leonard passes to George. Back to Leonard. Outside Wall. 6 to shoot. Leonard against Morant. Kicks it to George. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Morant. He has 6. There's 42 seconds left in the first. Outside Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by George. The Clippers trail. Wall, the pass to Leonard. George outside. Out to Leonard. This one for 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Morant against Wall. And there's the basket. And the whistle blows. Chance at a 3-point play here. Going to the line for 1.
You know John Morant's such a dynamic guard. His combination of speed and creativity, that makes for some tough matchups.
Wall, the pass to Zubac. Now here's George. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Memphis Grizzlies. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you think, guys?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Leonard passes to George. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that ball.
Bain finds Brooks. Morant against Wall. There's Jackson with the 3. Counted from distance. Jackson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Up top Wall. Defended by Jackson. Kicks it to George. 3-pointer. On target from range. Well, we talk about the critical importance of the wing position, RJ. From the time you played, how do you think that position has evolved?
Well, when you talk about positionless basketball, it really falls on the forward. You want them to have more responsibilities. You want them to be able to guard 1 through 5. You want to be able to run your offense through them. So the wings in positionless basketball have a lot more responsibility.
Leonard outside. Pass to Wall. Ooh, poked away. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Grizzlies. And about Brooks, becoming a staple in the middle of this lineup, Richard.
Plays the 2 and 3 positions on the floor and scores it really well. But most importantly, he's out there for his defensive effort and intensity. He is a versatile player that any team would love to have.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face. Yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score off the bounce. He can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, Ja can adapt and find any weakness.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Leonard, the kick out to Wall. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And so the ball out of bounds. Morris touched it last. For Memphis, they've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Outside Morant. Jackson on the wing. Unable to get that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. Morris finds Wall. Leonard outside. Here's Morris. It's George on the wing. Back to Morris. Jacks up a 3. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Morris has got 9.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Pass to Bain. Jackson on the wing. Now here's Brooks. Back to Jackson. Brooks with it. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
The team first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
The kick out to Wall. Morris passes to Zubac. Back to Morris. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Oh, Morris with a steal. Kicks it to George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. A minute 22 left to play in the second quarter. The layup off target. Moran against Wall. Outside Bain. And he dunks it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to Wall. Seconds left in the second period. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. 11 points in the game.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
Kicks it out to Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Oh, George with a steal. Brooks against Leonard. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Ja Morant picks one up.
Some really tough defense inside, but Leonard won't back down. I mean, he's just scrappy. He wants to make the defense work twice as hard.
24 seconds left in the second. Now Morant, 12 points for him. Pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. And here's Jackson. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Wall. George passes to Wall. It'll count. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there.
The Clippers, 22.
second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Robert Covington is out there with Terrence Mann. And it's Batum in at the center position. And he's good on the second. RJ, you're in the middle of a few trades in your career, to put it lightly. What's that like as a player to get moved around so much?
Thanks for bringing that up so sweetly, Brian. I appreciate that. Look, there's pros and cons to this. It's nice to know that another organization wants you for whatever reason, but it's also tough to leave an organization that you had a connection to, the fan base. But eventually you figure it out.
3 on the clock. Here's Batum. And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Memphis leading. Jones up top, defended by Jackson. Here's Conchar. And it's flushed down. And nice jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Covington finds Powell. Back to Covington. Batum in the post. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Out to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Here's Powell. And too long on the shot. And Memphis shooting great. 62% for the field and continuing to get it done. Outside for Green. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
Clark is checked in for Tillman. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 9 from three-point range.
Since entering the league in 2015, Tyus Jones has proven to be as reliable as it gets. A multi-talented guard who plays to his strengths.
Right side Jones. Green, the pass to Jones. Lets a floater go. Batum pulls it in. And what you appreciate about Jones is how under control he is, Richard. He's never in a rush.
It's what allows the game to come so naturally to him. He's skilled at keeping things very simple. Solid at setting the pace for himself and his squad.
And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That's his third foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Jones against Jackson. Pass to Conchar. Back to Jones. Outside for Green. The free ball. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
It's Covington on the wing. Here's Batum. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And that one misses. The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Conchar outside for Green. Driving in. Jones from outside. Outside, Williams. Pass to Conchar. On the wing, Jones. Off target from outside. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Powell passes to Jackson. Out to Powell. Jackson on the wing. Green covering. Clock at 6. Here's Mann. Outside Covington. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Jones drives in. On the wing, Conchar. Outside, Green. Outside Jones. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Williams. Here's Conchar. The steal. Jackson outside. 50 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Walking foul call. Danny Green. First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Right side Covington. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
41 seconds left in the third quarter here. Outside Jones. Pass to Conchar. Batum pulls it in. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Mann. Green covering. Williams against Covington. Kicks it out to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. It's Powell on the wing. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And so it's Memphis up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's mostly due to their super. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. They get it again. Zubats. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is lurking, more than just capable of sending it back.
And then Morant with the dunk.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he could be as a passer and a finisher.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Leonard against Brooks. Pass to Zubats. Back to Leonard. Oh, Brooks with the steal.
That is how you deny entry. Great effort.
Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. It's George on the wing. And again, no good by the Clippers.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
The 3 from Payne. It doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Wall finds Zubats. The kick out to Wall. George left side. Back to Wall. 5 on the clock. George with it. Checked by Brooks. Morris outside. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. The drive by Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
This is what you pay to see. Morant doing what he does, exploding right to the rim off the drive. Wow.
Wall, the pass to Leonard. They get it back. Pass to Morris. It's George on the wing. 5 to shoot. And another shot. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And Zubac drops them both. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Bain. Here's Brooks. Back to Bain. Fires the 3. Now Morant. Now Bain deflects the pass. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Morant finds Jackson. 3-pointer Brooks.
You combine instincts and awareness, Leonard is arguably the best defender in the NBA.
George against Bain. 3-pointer Brooks. Paul George pulls down the board. George has got 4 rebounds now. Back to Leonard. George against Morant. George passes to Leonard. George outside. From behind the arc. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time.
Just good awareness from Leonard there. Feeding a wide open guy instead of forcing his own shot.
Here's Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Back to Morant. Brooks against Leonard. Outside Bain. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Clippers have got 1 out of 6 shots to fall in this final quarter. Not ideal. George passes to Wall. Morris outside. Bain against George. The kick out to Wall. Leonard on the wing. Back to Wall. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Memphis has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. The drive by Morant. On the wing, Brooks. Shot to end the cold streak. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
What I love about Morant is that he understands his strengths on offense, which is why he is so efficient.
Oh, and Jackson with the block. On the break. Morant with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Back to Morant. Pass to Jackson. Launches it. Paul George pulls it in. Ball against Morant. Morris for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. And here's Morant outside. Misses there. And so the Grizzlies take the win. A clean win. And Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. This is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in.
Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5.
And you know, for proof of what Morant's done for the Memphis franchise, look at the offensive numbers. Grizzlies have made huge steps forward every year.
Now, here is Russell. Passes to Towns. Out to Russell. 5 on the clock. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Greg, the improvement since Morant arrived has been very steady.
And the Grizzlies went from the 20th rated offense in his rookie season to number 16 in his second year. And then all the way up to number 5 last season. Ja has turned them into a powerhouse.
Memphis shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Get ready, folks. These two teams love pushing the ball. Greg, we could see a track meet tonight.
Two of the top fast break teams in the league, Kevin. As far as keys, limiting turnovers is going to be big because they each want to get out and run when they get the chance.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Outside for Jackson. Brooks outside. On the wing, Bain. Shoots from the high post. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Russell with a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer.
As important as spacing is in today's game, point guards must have the deep shot as part of their arsenal. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Of course, one thing that stood out about the Timberwolves last season was their fast-paced play.
No doubt, Kevin, and you can trace that directly to the head coaching position in Chris Finch. This is a group that loved to push the basketball up the floor, wanted to catch defenses before they had a chance to dig in the half court. And remember, that is the classic mark of a youthful team, particularly one with the athleticism that Anthony Edwards brings.
Now, here's McDaniel. And again, it's Minnesota. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Morant's against Russell. Outside for Jackson. Pass to Brooks. Now, Bain. Outside Jackson. Feeds it to Adams with 1 on the clock, and the dunk by Jackson.
And I like seeing Jackson use that length on the offensive glass. You don't have to be the most physical guy when you have a wingspan like that.
Now, here is Russell from deep three-point range. Outside Edwards. Pass to Towns. Towns, a screen on Brooks. And the pass to Edwards. Here's the 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 3. On the wing, Brooks. Morant scanning the floor. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Russell with it. He's picked up by Morant. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Bain passes to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan at 6'11". He's got a little nasty in the #1 overall pick in 2015. Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Shot clock at 6. Towns sets the pick for Russell. And the dunk by Towns.
Really encouraging to see D'Angelo Russell make these passes. If you're going to be effective as a point guard, you've got to run the pick and roll game.
Now here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Unbelievable explosion. Shows a great burst to the rim and extends over the taller defender.
Outside, Towns. Left side, Edwards. This one for three. That shot misses. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Payne kicks to Morant. Outside for Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Brooks misses.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Brooks in the corner. Outside, Payne. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Outside, Edwards. Back to Russell. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Timberwolves on top. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels at the small forward. And Edwards with the stop.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards, always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic. Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Jackson kicks to Payne. Passes it to Adams. It's stolen by Gobert. There's the lob to Towns. Morant outside. Outside Jackson. Payne looking around. Jackson passes to Adams. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Adams has got the lead up to 1 now for Memphis. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 1. And hit the turnaround jumper.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Payne passes to Brooks. Jackson with it. Working on McDaniels. Payne, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Russell kicks to McDaniels. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Towns in the corner. Second chance shot. And Adams sends it back.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam. And how about the impact Anthony Edwards has had?
This guy's a real game changer on the floor. Scores it at a high clip. Can play big inside and play big outside. Does everything on the floor with a passion, with a joy, and with a flair.
Payne finds Jackson. Fires from the wing. And he gets the jumper to drop. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Edwards dishes to Russell. Pass to McDaniels. Russell with it. And Good. With time running down in the shot clock. Russell's got 5.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Bain. Gobert with the block.
This guy is an absolute menace and force on the defensive end. Rudy Gobert says, no, sir.
Edwards against Bain. Shakes him. Grizzlies with the rebound. Brooks right side. Bain against Edwards. Bain kicks to Brooks for 3. It's it alive, and Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Edwards with it. Now defended by Bain. And it's Russell in the corner. Morant with the steal.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Free throw, no good for Russell.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell is his commitment to work. Though he's played for a couple of teams, this guy brings it every day.
Green by McDaniel. Just 3 on the clock, and the layup is good. 6 points for him.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
With the score, the Grizzlies 16, the Timberwolves 19.
After a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
We've got Williams. He's out there with Brandon Clark. Tyus Jones out there with Green. And it's Conchar into the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Williams can't hit. Timberwolves leading by 3. Lobbed up there for Anderson. That one, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Williams kicks to Clark. And another miss by Memphis. So it's the Timberwolves now. McLaughlin, the pass to Prince. To the paint. Pass to Noel. Front past the arc. Rebound by Williams. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Timberwolves shooting well. They're at 45%. Anderson outside. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. The pass to McLaughlin. Shot clock at 5. No good on that one. And it's Memphis the other way. To the inside. Here's Jones. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. Green against Prince. Passes it to McLaughlin. And the wide open shot from Green. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Prince wide open. Good on the triple. Prince has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
A good percentage of Taurean Prince shots are from distance, and you can see why right there.
Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Conshaw. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Anderson outside. Has to Reed. Here's Noel. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Prince misses. The Grizzlies trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jones kicks to Green. Stolen by Anderson. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Noel, no good. The Grizzlies have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half start. Green dishes to Williams. Pass to Conshaw. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he can't hit the second. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
I'll tell you, for a 2-guard, Danny Green gets a ton of blocks. Great use of his length.
Here's Conchar, defended by Anderson. Clark. The rebound by Anderson.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Reed with it. He's against Clark. Reed the pass to McLaughlin. Now here's Prince. Over Williams. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The shot game clock separated by 4. Takes it inside and finished off by Williams.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Prince outside. Launches it. Buries the long-range jumper. Prince has got 6. 9 seconds left to play in the third. Jones kicks to Williams. 3-pointer. And that one is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Timberwolves. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Taurean Prince. Naz Reed out there with Anderson. And it's Noel in at the shooting guard. Anderson can't get it to go.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
There's the pass to Concha. And here is Clark. And it's Clark with the finish.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Pass to Noel. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. And Memphis the other way now. Conchar, the pass to Green. Here's Conchar to take the lead. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Conchar's got the lead up to 2 now for Memphis.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Minnesota calls timeout. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Payne finds Morant. Brooks outside. 6 on the shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And one of these modern wings who doesn't just shoot threes. Brooks is a tough guy to cover.
And both free throws good for Brooks. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Now Russell. Towns, a screen on Bain. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant with a wide open look. And another miss by Memphis. Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside, Russell. Poked away. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Fast break and Morant's got it. Towns with the defensive effort.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Here's Russell with the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Jackson kicks to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
A good finish by Morant. Some of his most spectacular plays have been well above the rim.
Russell sets a screen for Towns. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. Memphis leading by 6. Left side, Adams. Morant passes to Bain. On deep. And it's Russell with the rebound. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Stolen by Jackson. Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. No one covered. And it's an 8-point Memphis lead. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out of transition.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points. Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Morant kicks to Bain. Jackson in the corner. All good on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Towns. Hefty move. And he lays it up and in.
When your stars shine bright in the toughest moments, Towns the look of a superstar.
Morant against Russell. Morant passes to Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Edwards. Gobert trying to get open. Edwards can't hit. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time for birds and clock.
Outside for Jackson. Pass to Bain. Morant outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Outside, Bain. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Minnesota with it. Here's Edwards. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish. The most basic possible. Minnesota calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with this much time, they should be able to draw up a play and get themselves a decent look from the three-point line. Still, the D is going to be waiting for it in a contested 3. Never an easy shot.
So a close game sees Memphis take the pride, David. Good job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.